Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to part 4 of the Wildest Sprint Car Crashes series. This installment is going to be a little bit more different, as we're going to be digging deep into YouTube's bedrock, finding crashes that most of you have probably never seen before, and videos that just didn't get lots of attention. But of course I will be showing some recent crashes, and a couple of clips you guys suggested as well. This series has gotten so much recognition and support over the past month. So to show my gratitude, I would like to present to you this special edition of the Wildest Sprint Car Crashes series. Let's get right into the video. For this first clip, it is actually the most brutal crash I think I've ever seen in my life. Now that may be a bold statement, but once you see it, you'll know why.
Raymer to the outside of Wolf, trouble!
Yeah, what the f***? So after seeing this crash, you probably expected Lucas to either be unconscious, injured, or even worse. But he is shown miraculously climbing out of the car just a few moments later, and didn't seem to have any injuries whatsoever. This would also cause lots of controversy due to how the wreck was caused. So if we go look back at the clip, Fred Raymer had did a slide job on Lucas getting off of turn 4. Lucas takes the inside as Fred inches closer and closer to the inside, eventually making contact, and the wreck ensues. Many people thought that it was a dirty move, and to be honest, it's hard to say, but Fred would do an interview about this incident with Harrisburg Patriot News, admitting his fault and claiming that he had pinched Lucas, intending to make him lift, but that didn't matter. Fred would get penalized for this move, losing 160 points, and also getting moved back to 24th on Friday's feature. But as far as Lucas's condition, I could not find any information on it, so I am not sure if he had any injuries after this, but it's safe to say that he was alright enough to walk around after. This next crash looks to be at Kokomo, as there isn't any information on it whatsoever, but here it is. Now, I'm not sure what happened after this crash because the video does end abruptly, but from what I know, the driver Ed Klinkhamer would be okay, because, well, it was posted by him. During the Indiana Sprint Week at Lawrenceburg Speedway, Alex Bright would take a nasty ride on the front stretch, and as he comes to a halt, all you can see is his arm dangling out the left side of the car, with his head slumped forward. Now the only aftermath footage I can find is personal footage, as USAC and Flow Racing has decided not to add it in the highlights. Luckily, someone has uploaded the Flow Racing footage of the crash, but it does end abruptly. Many spectators were fearing for Alex's life, because when the safety crew got to his car, his head was still slumped. And the sense of urgency the safety crew had, it of course made people worry. Rick Reeve 6750 says, "When I saw that happen and saw his arm dangling outside the cage with his head slumped forward, I thought for sure he was seriously injured or dead." But once they got Alex out of the car and on the stretcher, he would give a wave to the fans, letting them know that he was okay. He was taken to a nearby hospital, and it was confirmed that he had suffered lung contusions and a broken wrist. He would also let everyone know on his Twitter later that night, and plans on getting back in the car as soon as he's healed. Now this next one happened back in 2010, where similar to the first one on this list, Jonathan Allard and Tim Schaefer take a brutal hit on the front stretch. Take a look.
So on the second of trouble, a vicious crash on the front straightaway. Tim Schaefer and Jonathan Allard in a frightening crash at high speed on the front straightaway.
Tim Schaefer is shown moving around in the car, and around 30 seconds later is shown walking on his own power. But on the other hand, it would take a good while for the safety crew to get Jonathan out of the car, but the video does end before we can see him getting out. Both were taken to the hospital for evaluation, as Mill's video said on the Hosehead Sprint Car Forum. Both were released with a clean bill of health. Another 2010 wreck we have happened during time trials, where Danny Smith hits the cushion on turns 3 and 4, which leads to this.
Danny Smith into the catch fence in turn number 4.
The throttle would still be stuck after the impact, and the wheels would keep on spinning for around 10 seconds before coming to a stop. Danny had 3 fractures on his T4 vertebrae and would undergo surgery, according to RW Stevens 59 on the Dirt Track Digest forum. And from what people have said, the side panel had collapsed after he hit the cushion, landing on the throttle, which of course led to the crash. But if you guys have any more information on this, let me know in the comments. This next one has been requested a lot, and it involves Carly Holmes, where she takes a flip into bushes next to a creek. Here's the clip. Carly would be stuck in the car for a little bit, and once people came to flip her over, she felt instant pain in her right shoulder and upper back area. X-rays confirmed that she had 2 fractured vertebrae and bruised lungs. Also, they would have to cut the halo tubes and take her seat pads out just so they can pull her out. Sadly, this would bring her 2022 season to an end, but she wouldn't let this get her down. Throughout her whole recovery, she would have a positive attitude about it. And earlier this year, she would continue her outlaw karting career, and resuming her sprint car career 3 months ago. Now, this next one happened back at Australia, during the 2010 360 Sprint Car Championship, where Bill Frazier takes a wild ride after popping a wheelie off of turn 4. Luckily, unlike most on this list, he would walk away scot-free, as he is shown moving in the cockpit, talking to the safety crew. But a few moments later is shown getting out of the car, waves to the fans, and then starts doing push-ups.
Oh, he's okay. Look at that.
Right, John, that was, I don't think I've never seen a 360 sprint car pull that big a wheel stand.
Okay, so if you guys have noticed, I have not shown much 305 crashes on the series, but recently I was able to find 2 crashes that I think belong on this list. This first one happened back in 2021, where Tyler Gray has problems slowing down on turn 3, collecting Davey Pombo Jr.
On the binders, problems in turn number 3. Up, over, around, and through. Red flag's gonna be in the air.
Sadly, there isn't much information on this incident. However, someone in the comment section did point out that it must have been a stuck throttle. And according to the user who uploaded the video, both drivers were okay. Now, compared to the last one, this one would be way more brutal. Steve Doyle had caught the inside wall, sending him to the middle of the track, and this.
We have the number 61 of Parker Evans.
The driver of the red car, Parker Evans, can be seen walking around after, but Doyle would be in the car for a little bit talking to the safety crew. The video cuts to the car empty, with the doors on the ambulance closing, presumably taking him to the hospital. The announcers would eventually let the audience know that the drivers were quote-unquote A-okay. Now for this last one, I will not be using a crash, but instead I'll be using this.
Oh no, we got trouble. Holy smokes, race fans.
I mean, how could I not use that? But ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys for watching. I really hope you guys enjoyed this special edition. In my opinion, this is the best one I've done so far, and I'm just very happy with how it turned out. If you guys can do me a favor and go show some support to the channels who posted these crashes, especially the personal footage, I would greatly appreciate that. They got some very nice footage, and I think we should go show them some love. All links will be in the description down below. Again, thank you guys so much for all the support. It seriously means so much to me, and yeah. Also, I'm planning on making a 360 Nationals video sometime soon. Here's the thumbnail. The final night had an insane finish, and I think it'll make a good video going over the whole event. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. This is Sprint Car Nation, and I'll see you guys next time.